Hello friends, and welcome to another YouTube video here at the office again. Today's going to be a little bit different because I wanted to show you guys the in-house range, the Thai design in-house range. You will see like on our website we've got a link to our in-house collection, but I thought since it's here we've got samples of it at our office which are locked up in the safe every night, just to have a pretend meeting, imagining that you're coming into the office, I'm sitting down with you and I'm showing you the in-house collection. And it's not really just to show you the capabilities and the skills that the manufacturing plant, what we're capable of over there, but it's also just to let you guys see the different variations of pieces that we can produce for our customers. So for example, if you are a jewelry designer, as we've had lots of jewelry designers come to us, and particularly some of those who are starting from scratch and they're thinking about what they're going to design, they might say, for example, you know, I'm thinking of personalization, for example, and they want to just see if we have anything similar to that. Well, by all means, I do encourage our customers to use our stamping dies or to use our rubber molds that we have for casting, because in theory that means you don't have to go down the route of creating a CAD design, paying for the CAD, the STL file, paying for 3D printing, the molds, the masters, etc. We've got all of these prototypes already existing at the factory. So quite a lot of customers kind of do that. They come here and they kind of see what we can do and they're just like, actually, I kind of want that. So great, we don't have any development fees, we just go ahead and stamp it or cast the design for them. But also the other thing that you'll see, and we'll go through the range, we've got quite a bit here, we'll go through it, but you'll also see that there are variations that I've done. So you'll see some in gold plating or a different plating color, and some in silver, different stones, different finishings. And again, I think that will just give you guys a broad understanding of our manufacturing plant's capabilities and skills. So don't think we need to go to the intro. I think let's go straight into looking at the designs. I've got Danielle here on the side camera. This one's good, so let's just get straight to it. I'm going to start, like I did mention about personalization, I'm going to start with some of the pieces that we have. Again, just to show customers, we have the dies in different shapes, in different sizes and thicknesses. I'm going into lockets now. We have so many lockets. FYI guys, everything that you see here is only probably 60-70% of our entire in-house range. So I've just chosen the ones that I feel are your best sellers. So again, there are some hand engraving. This is all done by hand, guys. This isn't at lasering. These are hand engraving. Some of them are lasering. Different shapes of lockets, and a few of our customers, those customers who are very successful in terms of, you know, repeating their orders with us, quite a lot of them really specialize down personalization, which has been a really big hit since, you know, not on the high street. So I have customers who specialize just in lockets, for example, and some that have their own engraving or lasering techniques, machines that they use at their facility. So we'll produce the pieces plain and then they will go and personalize according to what the customer selects. So lockets is a big thing. Lockets are hard to make. They are labor intensive. There's not a lot of people that do that, that do lockets. But you can see that, you know, I chose lockets, some of them with plain, but with the peridot, the blue topaz, pink shell. These are a little bit more of the antique vintage ones. And remember guys, you know, we are a manufacturing plant, so all these variation elements can be utilized when you want to change something. So these ones are enamel. I think they're both sides, so it kind of just shows the different enameling. We've got so many different colors that we could do. I've got more of the contemporary ones, that's with black rhodium, pink rose. We have some that are different color plating and real gold as well. With stones, they can be CZs or in real diamonds. The other thing that's really important when we do lockets, and you know, I'm not kidding you guys, it is probably our #1 production with lockets, but one of the most important things regarding when we make lockets is the quality before we send out from the factory to here. So the click sound is really important. If I give you an example, all of these lockets open, and it's really important. If you hear that click sound, that's part of the QC. If it doesn't have the click sound, we don't send it. And with the lockets, you know, one of the things that we can provide our customers are the inserts. So when I say inserts, those are the navy paper that you see, and then you have the plastic insert that goes on top, which protects the photo. Otherwise, you can have them without, and it's just empty. So it is whatever the customer really wants. And you know, the bail as well, there's different bails. As we're going through all these design guides, just remember, you know, different components that you can mix and match according to what you feel would sell for your customers. So different bails that we have available. Done this one. These are some of the larger lockets. They can go in any real shape, to be honest. If we've got the stamping dies, we could always make a new stamping die as well. There's some lockets here. And I also wanted to show you these ones, which are for ash. It is a niche market, or for perfume as well, but mostly we do a lot of these. So these are all sterling silver. You could open those up and then you just screw them back in again, so it's really tight, and it can contain your perfume or the ash. But like I said, it is a niche market, but we're doing quite well with those. The other thing just to add, guys, that these are not exclusive to our customers. So I mentioned that most of the production that we manufacture for our customers are exclusive to them. So none of those are here. These are the in-house range that a lot of people don't know this about, but in the last 20 years, I've developed some of these pieces to what they are now. So I used to do a lot of traveling and pick up some pieces from the market or stores or whatever, and then I would adapt them, change them, and then think that, you know, there are really nice, whether it's generic, basic designs, and just have them in the range. So these are pieces that have just grown over the last 20 years. And we've just extended them. So let's go back. We did personalization, and then I'm going back. You'll see that there's a lot of earrings here. So earrings are very popular. They're more popular than your bracelets or rings. So I have some, again, you guys can see different variations. Some with the oxidized, the matte finish, the gold plated. These are matte finish pieces, but then you've got the high polish as well, just so you can see all the different finishings that we do. These are kind of your lighter pieces. Different finishings again, the sort of the hammered finish, or satin. And like I said, you know, a customer might come and they'll say, you know, they really like this piece, for example, but you know, instead of that being, I don't know, 7-8 millimeters diameter, they want it 4 millimeter, and that's great. But it's something that, again, it kind of can be an inspiration for them to see the capabilities. Here's some other pieces. You'll see again different variations, finishings, sizes that we can do. Let's move on to the stones. So I've got birthstones out here, which is popular, and again, guys, these are not fixed as they are, so we can change the stones. You can have them bigger, smaller, as pendants, etc. Some drop earrings. These are the CZs, so they're a little more affordable than your semi-precious, but you've got your colored CZ stones. And you know, it really just depends on what your brand is about. You know, are you aiming for personalization? What is your thing? So for example, your pearls, we have customers that specialize just in pearls, freshwater pearls. So these are some examples of the pearls that we can outsource. There we go. These are some more of your small cutesy earrings. The earrings always do well. Or for example, you know, you might just specialize in charms. So there are some pieces that we did in all the different charms, and you can have the components in various ways, whether it's the lobster clasp or you just want it as a plain jump ring. So we've got the rubber molds for all of these pieces, and customers can place an order, obviously, of your minimum quantities. I've also selected some religious ones. These are the St. Christopher's that we do. And the crosses are always, we've got a lot more crosses. I just chose a couple for you guys to see. But, you know, if you sell more in the religious sector, well, there are some options that we have kind of available. And then here are some other, we're now moving, hearts always sell, so I've always got lots of hearts in the range, different finishings and textures. You got a tassel there. And then I wanted to show you guys some of the enamel. So here are some enamel ones, and then these are the inlay stone settings. So these are all real different enamels, and you know, it is all cut at the manufacturing plant. It's all cut, it's set, it's filed, polished, all in-house. So we've got customers who send us their stones or shells or whatever, and we can cut them, set them for them. So it's really just whatever the customer requests, whether we can do it. There's some mother of pearls, your black shell lapis. enamel pieces again. And if you can see, guys, you know, this is all done by hand. You know, there is so much skill and time to set each piece like a puzzle to set in. And we've got some just plain, a bit more contemporary. That's your black shell. You've got your pink shell. A few of the larger pieces here, your black shell and oyster shell. I call them oyster shell. Amber is something that we can source as well. Again, I've kind of had the turquoise and onyx. We've got some customers that specialize in their turquoise, different variations of color turquoise, or whether it's an onyx or another material that they either set themselves, so we might cast or stamp the pieces as blank, and then they would set them at their studio, so it's finished in that country. And then I've got, let's move on, we've got a couple of pieces here. These are a bit more of the set design. So everything that customers, when they come, and they can see that, oh, you know, actually, yes, we can make, you know, the pendant version, but it's maybe slightly bigger than the earrings. You can have them that are silver with a different color plating as two-tone. That's always very popular. Again, different plating options that we have. These are more the bigger pieces now, guys, that I wanted to show you. Hammered finish has always been quite popular. Different CZs set in there. A few more of the contemporary designs, and then we've got some drop earrings here. Again, the same design, different variation, quite easily done. And you know, I wouldn't expect a customer to order a minimum quantity of the same color as well, so we can be flexible with the different stone setting side of things. Those are your smoky quartz. Again, you've got the black mother of pearl. And the other thing I wanted to show, that's something that has always been quite popular the last few decades, are hoops. So you've got things like your hoops, your baby bangles, obviously your stars and your hearts. They've always sold over the years, and sometimes they sort of come back into fashion. So found that hoops have come back as well, and we've kind of done a little twist on them where we can just add some locket in there. I think I'm wearing a pair myself in gold plated that has a locket in there. So again, like just different variations, different size hoops, different finishings. These are quite cute. Or we can do more of the huggies. Again, this is just an illustration. They can be of any design. They can be completely your designs, but it shows that we have done them. Some of them many years ago. And your sleepers, I remember 20 odd years ago, sleepers, or longer than that actually, as I was growing up and going to the manufacturing plant, we were just doing thousands of 9-carat gold sleepers in all various sizes. And then a couple more contemporary ones, whether it's a really nice heavy solid piece or going thinner, some with the charms dangling and however customer likes. Okay, so guys, let's move along to men's jewelry, because I know that the majority of our in-house range are for ladies, but we do quite a lot of jewelry exclusively for our customers who places orders of their designs just for men. So in the in-house collection, we've got key-rings and cufflinks. I've got quite a few trays of cufflinks here, and again, you'll just see a mix of some of your classic vintage ones, particularly with the hand engraving as well. There's different components or backings, so you've got the chain ones that can insert through the shirts, or the T-bars. And one of the things that I really love, I'll show you, one of the things I really love about the T-bars that we use is that they're just they flex and they're very sturdy. And also the bar itself, it flexes, so very solid, very tight to go on. So it's just one of the popular backings. When we do cufflinks, people tend to prefer the T-bar backing. So again, just going back with designs, there's a couple more contemporary ones that we use, different types. You've got the bar ones as well, and we do like to sort of keep them maybe in the darker colours. So your lapis, your onyx, we've got the two-tone of oxidized and gold-plated. Again, it's nice also just to have the option for customers should they want to have some of the pieces plain. And if it's plain, it gives the option for them to put their initials or any sort of hand engrave. These ones are lockets. We thought that was a different sort of idea, is to have locket cufflinks. A couple more here, again showing the lapis onyx, that's carnelian, mother of pearl, with the different backings and variations. I would find that the oval and rectangle and rounds tend to be the more popular. And then just moving to a couple of key rings for the men's as well. These are your onyx or enamel. We've got different ways of how you want to attach with the key ring, so different components. And again, with the components, those are outsourced, so it's really just up to the customer to let us know what they prefer. And with anything that is not made in the manufacturing plant, and if we do need to outsource them, we'll let customers know prices first before we order anything, as well as any minimum quantities that comes with it. So those are our men's. Let's move on to bangles. I did mention to you previously about certain things that have come back in trend, and one of those things are baby bangles, where once in a while you will get customers asking whether we do them. So I've got a tray here that we have of baby bangles. Again, those are just, we've extended the range of those throughout the years. And one of the nice things, I guess, with why it's expandable, so as the child grows, you can expand the baby bangle. And again, this is all of our bangles, whether it's a baby bangle or the larger ladies or men's, it's in the stamping department. So it's pulled by the wire. Customers can let us know the thickness, the width. This one, for example, if they wanted to tell us the width, the thickness, whether it's D-shaped or flat, they can just let us know. It's all made in-house. And the other nice thing is we had a customer actually a couple of days ago who inquired about a bangle that she had created, and she wanted to know, obviously not seeing the in-house range, she wanted to know whether we could make the bangle into two parts, where there's the hinge in the middle and then it's a very nice flushed clasp. And so we just sent them one of these. We've got them in different widths, but just to kind of show that on one end, so on this end, you just lift it and close it, and that's just a really nice flushed finish. And then on the other side, obviously you've got your hinge. And our bangles are just, I love the solid, heavy pieces where it just sort of shows that it has that solidity and quality to it. So again, customers can see how we make them, to what variations, to what measurements, etc. It can all be customized. And so here are some more other ones that are different designs, different textures, hand engraved again. Now this one I deliberately had open because I want customers to kind of see for themselves that if they want to set their own stone, this is kind of what it would look like as empty. But just in terms of like the fastening, there's different clasps, different open bangles, closed ones with hinge, slip-on ones. Here are some more. I think the Russian bangle with the 3-in-1 have always been quite popular, and having them in 3 different color platings is also something different as well. And there's ones that kind of just dangle a little charm on. Again, and these are hollow. Again, we can have them hollow or solid bangles. It's really just up to the customer. And there's a couple here that we've separated out. These ones have some stone settings or enamel inlay in them. I will show you very quickly a couple of rings that we do or have done over the years, different textures, and you can just see that it's just all across the board really in terms of the design and style. Those ones are lockets that are quite cute. These ones are just plain ones, whether it's the larger kind of signet rings all the way through to the smaller ones that are unisex. They're all signet rings have been very popular and still are quite popular as well. Lastly, we don't do too much of silverware, but having the stamping department, we've historically have had customers where they have requested for some larger items, and so whether that is utilizing our stamping department to make pillboxes, that's with onyx, and we just have so many different shapes and sizes, tie pin, money clips, small silver spoons, bookmarks, thimbles, little bottles, and etc. That all these little giftware and trinkets have, again, it's a little niche market. It's available. It just depends on what customers want. And then lastly, I guess, there's with stones, we were again able to outsource. This is the Swarovski variation. I love this. It's like going to a candy store really, but all the different colors. Again, when customers do want us to outsource any types of stones, we can look into it, and then we'll just have to go back and explain what the minimum quantities are and how much it is. Okay, let's just move on to chains. I think sometimes having a really nice big chain book is great to have at the office, because when customers come and sit down, it's kind of nice just to see the chain itself, because in email it's hard to understand or just appreciate the size of them. So this is our chain book that we also, I believe, have as a PDF that we can send to customers if they do inquire about chains. I'm taking this one out because the CC cable chains tends to be the more popular chain that we use. It kind of goes with most pendants, but we've got a range of different style chains. Again, these are ones that we would just buy per meter or per roll, and our purchasing officer would just inquire to see how much they are, how they are sold, and we'll tell our customers minimum quantities, etc., or prices before we commit to buying any. We've also got some recycled chains as well, so that's always something that is attractive to our customers who are interested in using sustainable materials. So as you guys know, we can manufacture in your silver, your recycled, your fair mined, etc. So having the recycled chains is really nice, and then you've got a whole set that's all recycled. In a nutshell, guys, I guess in summary, I just want to go over these last trays. We've always had these, especially when we did the exhibitions decades ago, and it's just nice, again, I think, for customers to appreciate and see, you know, different stones that we can have. We've only got X amount of boxes, you know, spaces to fill, so the different stones that we can do, the different hand engraving or the lasering, different platings, different plating color, the inlay, shells and inlay, various textures. This is always a popular tray, the different textures that we can do, and obviously there's so much more as well. So customers who come over and they have a particular texture of they'd like us to make for them or replicate, they can just send us a sample, or even visuals as well, and we can try to replicate it, and that's when we'll do the sample before approval. And again, different thicknesses, which is kind of nice to, you know, you can say you're 1 mil or 1.5, but to actually be able to feel that how thick or thin it is always quite handy for the customer. So yeah, I think that was it, guys. I know there was a lot to take in, and like I said, this is only about 60% of our in-house range that we have. I'm going to have in the link or the comment section below a link of our Tie Design in-house range, which has a couple of these pieces in there as well. I've wanted to give you more of the broader items that we have on site. But again, I think it's just good for customers of ours to come to see what we can do, the variations that what we can do for them if they want to give us the designs to manufacture for them. So I just hope you guys found it really helpful and you can see what we can do. And thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for your comments. Anything else that you'd like me to add or a new topic, please just put it in the comment section below. But otherwise, thank you for watching and I'll see you next time. Take care, bye.